guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Specifically, you are here in Nausea, a port town that you have returned to kind of as your home base of operations as you look to reclaim the Shintara Grove for yourselves after having done a couple of jobs for the Longstriders Consortium. Last week, we had Covet von Sin confront Leslie Harkle in a bit of an emotional engagement where it was revealed that the soul stealing that she had been doing and consuming had been a test. As she has passed the test, she has gone to the Temple of Imkale, where she has received a mask. As you guys ended last session, they were about to leave the temple. The question becomes, what would you guys like to do? And good morning, Ewan. Glad you were able to make it.
So Covet looks at Twilight and says, lots of information. I know. How you feel about all this?
Well, it is as you say. Then I guess we shall meet up with the rest of the party.
Oh boy, do we have a lot to explain. I don't know how Lauren's going to handle this.
I'll let you handle that one.
Coward.
Excuse me?
Mwah! I love you.
I am no such of the word. I am what you would call smart.
That you are, my love.
We're not supposed to make her laugh today.
Chuckles are okay. Chuckles are okay, and I have a pillow against my belly, so we're good. So with that, I guess they head back to Longstriders.
Okay. As we return to the Longstriders Consortium. Yes?
Before they do,
Sure.
she would like to identify the mask.
Do you have the identify spell?
Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on.
You, not the technical difficulties. So, checking for identify. You do have identify. Excellent.
Yeah, she has it as a ritual.
Awesome.
Yes. Yes, sorry. Things are a little bit out of my reach, so I'm having an issue. I'm trying to figure that out. Sorry.
If only you had a loyal assistant. Perhaps one in an orange shirt.
I have identify if you don't.
Okay.
I got it.
So the mask is this here. I will also display that in the virtual tabletop for you. This is the Mask of Imkale's Truth. This elaborately carved alabaster mask is a unique ancient artifact of the worshippers of Imkale. The secrets that it holds will be revealed in time. In its current state, wearing the mask grants you the following: advantage on perception checks, advantage on religion checks, advantage on death saving throws, and +1 to saving throws against effects that would cause you to lose control of your character.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's helpful.
It does require attunement, but it could be nice.
Considering she just gave up to attunement items.
Okay, so, I guess when she gets when there is time, she will attune to the Mask of Imkael's truth and soul render.
Awesome. Will you be wearing it, or are you going to simply have it on your belt?
I'm going to have it on my belt for the time being.
Okay. I'm sure that Twilight appreciates that.
Wouldn't want to hide her beautiful face.
Right?
Aww.
Aw. Good line. All right. Well, as you guys start walking towards the consortium, you will hear a voice from your backpack.
I hear a voice from my backpack.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me out.
Oh, Urgle, I'm sorry. I've had so much going on. I open my backpack.
The undead raven crawls out with its featherless wings. It's disgusting. Its bones crackle as it pops out, its head twisted to the side. You know how horrible it is to get a crick in the neck when you drop that backpack on the floor.
Sorry. Don't hate me.
I don't hate you.
And I didn't pick it as I walked past it.
Thanks. Leslie wants me back.
Understood. Thank you for all your help, Urgle. You've been fabulous.
Right. I'd say anytime, but I'd rather not.
Understood. Until next time.
I hope you're able to get that dragon of yours all fixed up. He's been rattling around in that damn flask.
I know. That's the whole point of this thing. Trying to help him. We've got to help Absinthe.
So how are you going to do that?
With a little bit of balance,
Ah,
as I would say.
that's enigmatic. You're getting more and more like Leslie every day. And he's going to fly off.
And Covet thinks to herself, is that a good thing? I don't know.
Well, do you want me to stare at your boobs incessantly?
Let's go. Let's go to the consortium.
You didn't answer.
What was the question?
Don't worry about it.
I can't hear half the people. I can't hear half the things that are being said on this thing. So just bear with me.
Twilight's Call asked if you becoming more like Leslie means that he has to stare at your boobs incessantly.
Oh, that's a her thing. But you stare at my boobs anytime anyway. So yeah.
Twilight, you've been encouraged.
Understood.
Very well. As you guys make your way towards the Longstriders Consortium, you're able to walk up to the long, low brown building and walk inside, where Brad comes up and greets you. Oh, welcome. Are you here for lunch, dinner? Snacks. Snacks.
I'm looking for our party.
Right over there. And he escorts you over to a table.
No, where's the rest of our party?
Right there?
I thought they left.
I thought we left because I closed the door and then Eowyn was going to sneak back and crack it back open again.
Okay. So, you look
I
around.
don't remember where we were going.
Yeah. So, he looks at the table. They're not there.
Brad, do you
I
remember
seem
where
to
they
have
went?
misplaced them. You guys see a Goliath woman dressed in a red tank top, 8'8", coming down, hunching over, and looks around. Does anyone know where Kerfix went?
Sorry, madam, I do not know where Kerfex went, but we were curious as to why he would depart at such a rapid juncture.
Can't get any good help these days. And she's going to wander off, being followed by a yellow dragonborn that you guys may have seen before.
Is he the
Yes,
one that
extra
smells
crispy.
of smoke?
Repeat that?
Is he the one that smells of smoke and slightly charred?
Yes, and he's running by with a very large, heavy tome. Can I get a history check, please? With a 6? Twilight, you've never seen that book before.
I rolled a 17.
A 17. Kevin Von Sin, that book was on Leslie's bookcase. And he's running out the door right now, following that Goliath woman.
Say that again. You broke in and out.
The Dragonborn is running out with a book that you had seen on Leslie's bookcase.
Which book is it?
You've never opened the book before, but it was a very large, heavy book. It's encased in metal.
Oh no. I don't want to be a tattletale, but uh, Twilight, that book belonged to Leslie.
Got one job on this shit.
Did she give it to him?
I don't know, but I'm hoping that she knows it's missing because she wouldn't just hand that out. She doesn't hand things out without a reason.
So maybe that's his test.
Ooh. I don't like this. All right. Figure out what to do. Okay, all right, fine. Did they seem to be running in a rush?
They were in a rush to get out, yes.
Are you going to stop them?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you try to stop them, how are you stopping them?
Hey, weren't you the one that got
Oh,
charred by that dragon out there?
the Dragonborn stops to look at you and asks, excuse me? No, of course not. That's super pixelated. It'll refresh here in a moment.
Um,
Can I insight that, Mark?
yeah.
Sure, you can absolutely insight that.
That's an 18 for me.
Awesome. Well, yes, he is the one who did get charred. Why? What's the matter if I got a little burnt, a little singed? Pardon me, you're in my way.
That's a very cute there. I've only seen one like it.
And why are you blocking my path? Get out of the way!
Let's borrow that.
You'll treat the lady with respect.
I am treating her with respect. I said, get out of the way. I didn't call her names. I didn't shove her
Didn't
yet.
say. Did Leslie let you borrow that?
No. It's mine.
Oh, taking something from somebody that you would be disappointed.
Oh, she wouldn't be disappointed at all. Excuse me. Pardon me. Why are you still blocking my path? He's trying to get around you, and I'm assuming that you're continuing to step in front of him.
Of course. Ergol, are you around?
There's no response. Pardon me. My party needs me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Get out of the way.
Did the book?
Did Leslie do what?
Did Leslie let you have the book?
She didn't let me do anything.
Oh.
This is my book.
Is it?
It is.
Then I shall I'll Leslie know.
Fine. Just tell her that Tyronius the Great has the grimoire.
Erroneous.
I am Tyronius the Great.
The great what? The great shish kebab or the great charred flaming?
I am the
Smoked
greatest
bones.
wizard to ever have walked Toivoa. I will be. Maybe not yet, but I will be. Excuse me. And you will both, Twilight and Covet, feel large hands on the back of your collars as you are lifted bodily up into the air. You look behind you, the Goliath woman is there. He said, excuse me.
Wasn't very nice about it.
You've got robotic.
We're trying to save you some
He's fine. He got it fair and square. Excuse us. And so, she's going to move you off to the side, and I do have art for her. We'll just put that on the screen for you guys here, because that's fun, right?
While all this is going on, the mage hand is seeing if he can't sneak out the grimoire.
The mage hand cannot lift the grimoire, as the grimoire weighs 20 pounds.
Damn. Okay then.
As she puts you off to the side, excuse me, we're going to have to leave now. And Tyronius is going to run out the door, followed quickly by her. He doesn't mean it. He's just a caustic personality. And she will leave.
Oh, I hate tattletaling.
Oh, I love it.
You sure she
No,
doesn't already know?
she probably does. There's very little that Leslie doesn't know. Honestly, she probably let him have it. I'm curious to see if there's anything inside that grimoire. Knowing Leslie, there's probably not. But she should know. All the same.
So where are our friends?
You look around, you don't
knowing
see
them,
them.
they've probably gone shopping.
So we're going to pan the camera outside into Nausea proper, where we search far and wide, panning through the streets, drone shot slides through the markets and the various establishments to find the party. Islaren, Ayla, Eowyn, and Kiki. Where are you?
Unless
I
anyone
think
else
we're on our
has.
way to try to find where Perfects had gone. So would we just be asking folks in town?
It's the best idea I'd have. Because we didn't hear where he went, we didn't see anything, so and I'm sure that someone around has to have seen like a big beefy minotaur just rushing around with a great sword slash clock pendulum somewhere. So
Because he's extremely subtle.
let's ask around. As as subtle as the T in subtle, not the B.
So, as you guys go looking around, you'll see a pair of people talking to a woman with a yellow cloak. They look furtively in your direction before ducking into an alleyway.
Um, uh, hey, there was somebody who just ducked into an alleyway. Should we follow them?
Do we think that they were close enough to hear us talking about Kerpex?
Roll an insight
Yeah.
check.
They were furtively at
You have no idea if they were or were not.
Sophia, you're on Wednesdays.
For those who don't know, Jordan's character on Wednesday died this week.
Oh no!
Yeah, better.
Again?
She got better
She got better from being dead.
from being dead. Thank you, Ayla. We are doing excellent today. We call these
Nice fast rushing great.
we call these storytelling dice. So you guys don't know if they heard you or not.
Hey, I don't know if they heard us or not, but
Watch out about the
let's
shit.
go talk to them.
sounds like a plan to me.
I suppose so.
Cool. As you guys round the corner into the alleyway, the woman in the yellow cloak is the only person in the alleyway. You don't see the other individuals that came in. She turns, hooded, and looks at you from underneath the hood. What do you want?
We're looking for Kerfex. You know Kerfex? He's kind of hard to miss.
I've heard the name.
He's really tall, like 1,000 feet, I think, and he is a minotaur, and he's super strong. Kind of a nice guy. He lives at the consortium most of the time, but he's missing.
That's not good. He's not a customer of mine. Are you interested in my services? As she will pull the hood back.
I called it.
She reveals long, leafy hair and a beautiful smile.
I don't know what your services are.
Oh, well, I sell products that are hard to acquire. Narcotics, mostly.
I don't know. Does anyone need these hard to acquire products?
I must decline.
Such a shame. Oh, well,
We've been out of town for a little while. Can you give us an idea where we might be able to get some information on our friend?
well, there he goes now. And you guys hear thud, 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 running past you guys.
Okay, we gotta go. Nice meeting you.
Right. And you guys leave the alleyway and see Kerfex running off into the distance.
Hey guys, I just saw Kerfex running off into the distance.
One job on this ship.
Did he have the need for
Better than
speed?
this.
He seemed to.
I think it's best we follow him immediately.
I agree.
I
Sounds like a
agree.
good idea.
All right. Kerfex goes barreling right into a building. You guys can follow through.
Do it.
As you guys go into the place, it is a clothing shop. Racks have been knocked over, clothes are spread everywhere. People are astonished and stunned, and there is a hole through the back wall that is very much Kerfex shaped.
I think we keep running. I mean, unless others have a better idea.
I guess.
Huh?
You guys,
I'm gonna put my heels together and activate my boots of speed.
all right? As your boots of speed you up, you're able to start catching up towards him. He goes around a bend to the right. He's got his sword out, and the massive paddle-like blade glistens in the morning light. As he barrels down an alleyway, he shouts, "You're not getting away!"
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on him and watch for the rest of the party to make sure that they're keeping up.
Okay. You hear another crash, and as your head turns around, he has broken through a brick wall.
Again?
There's another Kerfex-sized hole.
Did
All right,
he
I'm gonna keep
eat like
following.
mushrooms or something?
As you keep following, he eventually comes to a stop and looks around frantically. He's almost feral in how ravenously he's glaring around. His muscles are bulging, and he looks at you. "Hey, Kiki, how's it going, Shakik?"
Kerfex, are you okay? I've seen you run through 2 walls, and you look feral.
Yeah. He's here somewhere.
Who are you looking for? Maybe I can help.
An assassin.
Oh, I just saw you. I didn't see anyone in, or did I? Did I? I didn't see anyone in.
You haven't
front
seen
of me.
anybody. They tried to kill one of the consortium members. Shut the door. This is personal.
Oh, I get that, but you know, we're members of the consortium too. We want to help.
Well,
Has everybody caught up?
yeah, everyone can catch up now.
Did you see where they went?
No, that's the hard part. They're invincible.
I think you mean invisible.
Invincible or is
I think you mean invisible.
They're invincible. I can't see them.
got it.
I might be able to help. I've got blind sight out to 10 feet. There's
There's
I'm
nobody
assuming I'm
other
not
than
seeing.
you guys within 10 feet of you. Damn it.
So have you? So was your pursuit in the direction that you expected them to have fled, or were you covering as much of a perimeter as you could?
Well, you see, I kind of, to be honest, I was, guesstimating. So,
Understood. So
yeah, I think I'm in trouble. I might have,
not to worry. I'm
Look
sure.
at somebody killed.
might have put the bull before the cart. He looks in the direction that he came from, and he can see people looking back through the hole at him. I'm in trouble, ain't I?
I think people are going to be a little upset about the walls.
Crap.
I think they're going to be very upset.
What if I apologize real nice?
That's not going to fix the damage.
Well, I got gold. I'm just not real good with construction. I'm more of a destruction. You know.
The gold might be material.
As my friend
I'm certain
Losen
that
would say,
proact-
I give people the opportunity to get good at construction.
Oh, there you go.
He hefts the sword over his shoulder. Well, I guess I gotta contact the guilds and get this thing started. I gotta go apologize. Y'all aren't real good at apologizing for me, would ya?
Do mind. Go apologize yourself.
I'm not good at this. Won't you help me?
As your friend Nelson would say, it's an opportunity to become better at it.
There you go.
Crap.
Explain to them that somebody that there was an assassin. They'll understand, probably.
Right. Okay. So, what I should say is, I broke through your house because I thought I was chasing someone who was invincible. I destroyed your shop, and I hope you have a nice day.
I mean, it may not work,
Ow.
but you know, it's.
I'm
I think you forgot to put an apology in there.
No, I said that I did it. Yeah.
you said I'm sorry.
Oh, I let me try that one. I can't say it. Frankly, I'm not. If I had caught the assassin, I would be proud of what I did. So how can you be... How can you... I see. How can you say words when you would be proud under one situation and not be proud under another?
When you reflect upon these events in retrospect, knowing that you were, as you say, guesstimating, do you believe that you had a high likelihood of apprehending this assailant?
Of course I did. All I had to do is find out where they were. If I knew where they were, you betcha I would have gotten them.
But did you?
Well, no. I mean, it's hard to get an invincible person.
So, did running through people's walls assist you in finding where they were?
Of course.
How exactly?
So-
Just out of
Lawrence
curiosity.
jaw just works, just
Fine. He drags the sword along the ground as it clangs. Clink, clink, clink. Look, I apologize for barreling through your walls. Would you like me to sign some
That's
bricks for
good.
sale? The shop owner looks at him, looks at the broken wall. Just get out. I've got insurance. Not against this, but maybe they'll count it as an act of God or something. Carfax turns to you all. Well, I tried. I can't apologize any more than I possibly can.
but you can offer remuneration for damages caused, as well as promise to be more mindful of the consequences in the future.
Oh. I'm not sure I can promise that. But I can promise remuneration. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and promise that I'm going to remunerate on this for quite a while. And he's going to withdraw his
Alright.
head.
Or just claps Carfax on the shoulder and says, "You do that."
All right. Appreciate it. Bye. Has anyone ever told you you're mighty pretty?
Just said you was Lauren. Oh. Oh, appreciate it.
All right. Well, I gotta get back. Here's some gold. Maybe you can arrange getting things fixed up. And he will drop a sack of gold into your hands, Sislaren, as he dejectedly lopes away. Just bottom, looking around for the invincible person. He'll make his way back to the consortium.
I will go to the people whose walls and buildings have been damaged, and just kind of chat with them, see if and just see how much. Oh, they probably wouldn't know how much the repairs would be, but see if they're insured, see if their insurance will cover it. I don't know.
You have no
We could
idea.
just offer some help.
Um, I know who would be able to take care of this.
Who?
Utono.
Yeah? So you going to go to the consortium?
I think that would be most prudent, as the time it would take to get the damage assessed, for insurers to come out to view it, to begin the process of payment, would be much longer than I think we need to spend in Nausea.
Okay, cool. So you guys can go to the Logstars Consortium, where you will find Comet Von Sin in Twilight's Call.
Hey guys,
Hey,
where were
Comet
you?
Von Sin and Twilight's Call.
Got one job on this ship.
Amazing, amazing.
Hey guys, where were you?
We were looking for Perfects.
Yes, we did view the process of new sculpture designs it made into walls.
Yeah.
Into walls?
Yes, they cut out holes in holes cut out in walls
You get the
in the
signatures
shape of
afterwards, right?
in the shape of a minotaur.
You did
Oh,
get
so
the
you found
signatures, right?
Perfect.
Indeed.
How much damage we looking at here?
Beyond the scope of what I am able to ascertain, myself at least.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. I mean, it gives them an extra doorway, sort of.
You gave
I'm
them
sure
the
the shop
form, right?
owners will be fine.
What was that, anyone?
I'm sure the shop owners will be fine.
Ewan, what was that form that the Blue Cloaks issue out during said apprehension attempts?
As far as the Blue Cloaks, they've been very busy with other things.
But don't they have that form that they give out to the signatures for damages incurred during the course of a duty or activity?
I
Probably.
think I carry that around everywhere.
What's that phrase at the bottom? Something along of shop owner incurs all liability due to shop location in the scene of said activity.
That seems like a clause that no one would like.
Yeah. It says working for.
We cannot hear Ayla. Her connection is the poop.
You're hearing now.
Breaking in and out.
So we'll come back to that.
Yes.
So I have a feeling, Islaren, that you're wanting to probably take this up with the head guy, Zutono.
Indeed.
Fun. I need to head upstairs anyway. Apparently, somebody has something of Leslie's.
What? Yeah, Carfax told us that he was chasing someone who had tried to assassinate a member of the consortium. And he said they were invincible. We determined he meant invisible. Her looking for anybody who could fit that description. Find out who he thought the assassin attempted to kill.
Interesting. I wonder if Zutono knows anything more about this, or Leslie.
Y'all figure
Uh,
out since y'all are going up
But
there.
is that why we're here, or are we getting back on the boat?
I need to talk to Leslie real quick. Just making sure that I'm certain she knows about about the thing that we intercepted.
Did we intercept, or did you just get moved out of the way?
I just got moved out of the way, but still need to let her know.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Will these two talks take a while?
Way too long.
They may take a few minutes. Boy, what would Aowen be doing?
I was just wondering if there's enough time to visit the library since we're already here.
Sure.
You need some assistance?
To visit the library? No.
You sure?
What would I need assistance for?
There was already an assassination attempt. Are you sure you want to go off by yourself at this time?
You think I'm good enough to be on the roster?
I didn't catch that.
You think he's good enough to be on the roster?
Of course, but we always want people to watch our back.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Perfect. Look forward to it.
Okay.
What?
So you're heading out to Mr. Verm's place?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, while Eowyn leaves to go to Mr. Verm's, is anyone going with Eowyn?
I'd prefer not to.
Okay. All right. So, we're going to follow Islarin upstairs to Zutono's office. Is anyone going with Islarin?
I'll go up if you don't mind the company.
I could
Certainly.
go with him.
I would.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said certainly. I do not mind the company.
Okay.
I could go with Islarin and then veer to Leslie afterwards.
All right. So, you guys head up the stairs and down the long hallway to Zutono's office. As you come up to the door, an owlin comes out, goes, "Oh, excuse me," and goes jogging off. The door is left open, and you hear, "Do come in."
I'll enter.
As you enter, Zutono is seated on the edge of his desk and looks at you. You look fairly serious. Is everything okay?
Not likely. I do not know if you've heard, but there was an attempt made on a member of the consortium.
Indeed. We did hear. Do you have any information?
None in particular. We Apex attempting to chase the assassin rather fruitlessly.
Well, at least he tried, which is more than I can say for some of the other members of the consortium that are still within the walls. But what did you
Speaking
find?
of walls,
He's not talking about you guys. He's talking about other adventurers who are still downstairs.
so I will say, speaking of walls, in his pursuit, Herbex may have uh, demolished a few, not belonging to him or to the consortium.
He rubs his temples. Of course.
Sloan just nods. Just yeah. He provided this, and Sloan places the gold that Kerfex gave her on Zutono's desk and says,
Of
I
course.
do not have the capacity to either
I
deal with the
understand.
administrative aspects.
I understand.
Yes.
I have been adventuring with Kerfix now for the better part of 20 years. This is a common occurrence. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. We'll handle it. Was there anything else?
Say that he did say that was. He said, and we figured out.
I think the microphone needs to be closer to Ayla because we're barely picking
Ayla.
up.
Yeah, Ayla, pull the mic closer to you.
Or something.
Okay, how about that?
That's better.
Okay. He did say that the assassin was invincible, but we determined that he meant that. So,
Yes, Kerfix has a tendency to speechify his wordifications.
I love it.
He's got a good heart, but he's not the brightest candle in a candelabra. Frankly, Kerfix is a couple thongs short of a sandal. But he's got a good heart.
While folks are chatting, this is the first time I've been in Zutono's office since I gained blind sight.
Sure.
Do I see any invisible creatures hanging out?
You do. You do see an invisible creature hanging out in here. And we're going to go ahead and grab him for you because I didn't expect anyone to ever mess with this guy. But I do have him.
Oh, I'm not going to mess with him. I'm just wondering, who's there.
Sure. Who's there? Let me put him on the screen for you. Behind Zutono's desk, standing next to the chair, there is a small Kenku. Looks like this. I don't know why it's pixelated like that, but if we refresh, it should fix. So we'll just do this real quick.
Does the Kenku react to us at all?
He believes he's being super stealthy.
All right. I'm not going to acknowledge him in any way, but I am just sort of watching him to see if he reacts to any of the things we said, particularly about the assassin.
He's listening, paying attention to the situation, but doesn't seem to be acting at the moment.
All right. Yeah, so but he's not he I get the impression that he belongs there, that he
You get the
is
impression he does, yeah.
yeah, all right.
He at least
I won't
is
say
putting on
anything.
those airs.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be thinking, like he doesn't appear to be a threat to Zutono or anyone in the room.
Doesn't seem to be. He's got some weapons on him, but he's not like doing anything other than just standing there with his arms crossed, listening.
All right. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. I was just curious. I just always had a feeling there was some invisible creatures hanging out in Satono's office. So
Yeah,
thought that I would come up and take a look.
right. Not wrong though.
Yeah.
So,
That's my monk sense.
is there anything else that I can do for you?
Do you think you need any help with the assassin since that it got away, or are you worried about it? You don't seem worried.
I believe that we will find the culprit and deal with it. I have an agent who just left before you came in, who is going to take it personally and investigate the situation.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Just wanted to see if you needed any help, but it sounds like you got it covered.
If you happen to find out any information, I would appreciate being told, but I believe we do have it handled.
Oh, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm pretty sure that we would report back should we learn anything in our travels.
Thank you. All right, you guys ready to leave?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna
before-
excuse.
Yes?
Before Lauren leaves, she will say, and if you need contact the Protectorate for any reason, you may now contact me.
Oh,
Right. Oh.
why would that
Lauren will
be?
extend her hand and say, Miss Lauren Shonazath, daughter of Kolos and Denrin, ambassador of the Shonoza Protectorate.
He raises his eyebrows. Indeed. Well, that is exciting. Very exciting to have a member of the Protectorate, an ambassador, and also a member of the consortium. Welcome, Your Grace.
It is an honor.
It's an honor for me to have you here. As a question, as he returns to his chair and begins pulling out some ledgers, is the Protectorate open to trade? Or outsourcing of potential employment? Contract labor? Land-based endeavors at a contractual rate on an independent basis?
I believe, depending on the terms, I could bring that back to the Protector and we could see what could be done.
I would love the opportunity to form a formal relationship with the Shonoza Protectorate and the Logstriders Consortium so that we can provide land-based services for such a auspicious maritime organization. Is this something
I
that we may be
believe
able to
that
do?
would. I believe that is something that could be in the cards. Yes, I believe. Again, it will depend on the specific terms, as there are members who support our presence elsewhere in the world, and others who would prefer that we avoid such efforts. So it would have to be managed carefully.
Of course, of course. Um, but I am looking for the potential of an exclusive contract. Um, in exchange, of course, we would give you better rates and more autonomy in choosing specific agents.
That is an intriguing offer.
Excellent. Here, and he's going to slide over a collection of papers that he has already written up, just in case of an event like this. Review and pass over to your superiors and let me know should they decide to accept the offer.
I will.
Thank you.
After all, I have had a good working relationship with you, and believe that this could be quite fruitful.
Indeed, likewise. Is there any other services that the consortium could offer to sweeten the deal?
Lauren has one thought, but her mind wanders to the room not too far from here, but she pushes it away.
What room are we thinking of?
Leslie's.
Ooh. Okay. Wonder what
But she
Aslarin
pushes
is
that thought
thinking
away
about
because
Leslie's room.
uh sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. Is there anything else that I can do for you to potentially push this through?
Not immediately. We'll take our time to consider. And of course, you understand that if you're asking for exclusivity, then we do need to do our due diligence
Of course.
on any others who might wish for the same.
Of course. But I would ask for the right of first refusal.
Then
You okay over there?
no, I was saying as in
Oh, in the case of a exclusive contract, I would like to be granted the right of first refusal, so that if you decide to go with someone else, you come to us first, so that I can counter an offer.
that I can grant you.
Thank you. A pleasure working with you, Ambassador, and I look forward to very profitable encounters in the future, as I have many contractors who would relish the opportunity to work for such an organization.
You will give him a bow of her head and begin to head out.
He stands up and offers a handshake.
she'll shake his hand.
All right. Pleasure as always. As
As always.
Ambassador Shanazath leaves Zutono's office, do the rest of the party leave with her?
I leave with
Yes.
her. I leave with her, but smile at Zutono on the way out.
He's very preoccupied, but will smile. As you make your way out into the hall and close the door behind you, Leslie's door is currently closed. What would you guys like to do?
Before I knock on the door to Leslie's, Covet looks at Islauren and Ayla and Kiki and just says, I have a lot to catch up on, but you will be told, I promise. Some interesting things happened, but before I tell you, there's some things that I need to handle with her. So I'll see you in a bit.
Zorn will just nod and walk past the office.
That tracks.
All right.
I knock on the door.
Come in.
I open the door and step into her office.
Is anyone coming in with you? No? Okay. So, come on in. As you walk in, Leslie is seated behind her desk and is inspecting the palm of her hand. There's something interesting on it, but you can't quite see what it is. She rubs at it consciously and then draws on a glove. And for just a moment, you see a circular design on the palm of her hand.
Can I tell what it is?
You can roll a investigation check.
Yeah, a 13. Doesn't tell me much.
A 13, it appears to be some kind of magic circle. And it looks like it's quickly fading.
Interesting. So, hi Leslie, how you doing?
Well, Covet, how can I help you? I'm actually doing quite well now. I just got done with an interaction with a new student.
Who was it?
A young man by the name of Tyronius Evilite who failed the pin test. She gestures to the pin on the table. It is Kashana's pin, the one that you had.
He failed it?
Indeed. The lust for power overcame him.
Oh dear.
We had to remove the curse from him and draw it forth. I'm going to have to get a new rug as well. As she looks over the desk at the floor, there are 2 holes in the carpet, each about 1.5 inches in diameter.
I'm certain you're aware, but you're missing something, right?
What am I missing? As she raises an eyebrow, there's so many that I could list.
Well, you're missing a particular grimoire.
Oh, has he already started bragging? Excellent.
Okay, I tried to stop him, but he was he had help. Couldn't let him.
Oh, the Goliath woman, yes. Matilda is quite the enforcer for Tyronius. While he may have the brains, she is definitely the brawn. Useful, though. No, I gave him the grimoire. You see, Tyronius has decided to join our little family.
Interesting.
He is now under my tutelage and will require some care and education. The grimoire will help with this. Are you familiar with the grimoire of sealed thoughts?
I'm not familiar with it, but I have seen the grimoire in your office, so I wasn't certain whether he took it with or without your knowledge. I figured you probably knew. It's either you let him have it or you were going to let him have it.
Oh, I let him have it.
Tell me about this grimoire.
Oh, quite simply, the grimoire is an ancient spell book who keeps its spells secret and encoded. Each of the pages is lined with lead so that it cannot be scryed upon or read without its own permission. It is sentient and will only reveal one spell at a time, encoded so that the reader must use their intelligence to determine what lies within. It contains all sorts of useful spells.
Oh, you are so devious. I knew you wouldn't just let him have it. Not
No.
without work.
Also, the grimoire will report on his activities. It won't speak to him, but it will directly communicate to me as to what he is doing at all times. As long as he keeps the grimoire in his possession, Tyronius Evilite is on a short leash.
May I hope that he sees the error in his ways.
Error? What error?
Meaning, if he did not pass the pin test, only the thirst for power will be stronger.
True. I have admonished him, though. You see, Tyronius Evilite has a lack of self-confidence. He does not understand true power. In your experience in the Fey realms, you learned what true power is. Did you not?
I may have.
Then tell me, Covet von Sin, what is true power?
Do you not know?
She smiles. I asked you, Covet.
Then you should know.
I do. I wish to verify that you know what is true power.
Knowledge.
Partially true, but not entirely. True power is having power and knowing when to use it and when not to. When to rely on words and reputations in order to not need to expend anything at all. Magic, yes, is necessary in many cases. In others, a sword, muscles, even simple flesh. But not needing to use such things the absence of application. That is real power. Do you believe I am feared outside of the consortium?
Most definitely.
Why? Why would anyone fear me outside of this place?
Because of the power you hold, the reputation you hold.
Precisely, Covet von Sin. And if you are going to be traveling the world, traveling across plains, and looking to help your husband reclaim the Shintara Grove, you will need to develop a reputation for yourself, for your husband, for your allies. Use this power, and you won't have to lift a finger. Simply by your presence will you be able to influence situations. That is true power, Covet. Of course, you need to be able to enforce it when challenged, but make it to where you will never be challenged. You will be omnipotent.
Understood.
I'm glad.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we were on the same page with the grimoire.
Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, have you received any messages from our other friend?
He said he needed help with an assault of Shantara Grove. I have yet to respond because I really don't know how I can being here.
Oh? I'm sure that you can be creative. We were simply talking about ultimate power just now. Perhaps you can leverage such a thing to assist our friend Tay Eagle Splitter.
I will speak with Twilight and see what he has to say.
Of course, do involve your husband. He is an asset as well as a tool to be used.
He is also my husband.
Indeed. Are those exclusive?
Yes,
Why?
he's mine. I don't share.
Oh, no one asked to share. I'm not interested in him. He's not my type. I prefer more innocence from my relationships. But do you not rely upon him for assistance?
Why is that?
Why is the fact that you rely on him for help? Because he's your soulmate, is he not?
Those words are used very rarely where I'm from.
Where I'm from, we use those words with care and intention. Is Twilight's Call your husband and soulmate?
He is my husband. And he is one with my soul.
And rely upon him, use him as you would use yourself. It's an extension of your power. He is there.
He is my partner.
Indeed. And what are partners for?
We rely on each other.
Precisely. I do not wish to be married to you, Coven von Sind, but I do consider you to be a partner and someone who I would, at some point in the future, like to be able to rely on. You are well on your way.
With that, she nods and says, I have much work to do.
As do I.
Um,
Where will you go next?
And GM, tell me if I'm saying this wrong. Is it the Carlisle Islands that we're going
Yep.
to for Ayla? Okay. We are going to my friend Ayla's home.
Indeed. Well, be careful with the gods down there. Some of the zealots are volatile. Will you be traveling by sea?
Yes.
Will you go east or west? Or will you go south and cross the land and claim another ship on the far side?
From what I understand, we're heading west.
Be cautious. The great dragon Vagradin has been spotted around Shu. I wouldn't want you to encounter him. After all, just because I gain one student doesn't mean I need to lose one.
Understood. Any signs in particular of a big, imposing dragon?
A 3-mile-long dragon is difficult to miss. I trust that your husband will prove useful in that way, spotting it before engaging. The question becomes, will he then have the pride of deciding to attack it regardless, full-heartedly, believing he could rid the world of such a great evil? Keep him in check.
I will do my best.
For his sake, I hope so. He seems like a delightful man for you.
Understood.
But be cautious of his ego. You understand
Oh.
how the Fae are. Sometimes they believe themselves greater than they really are.
She raises an eyebrow, a little bit accusingly.
She smiles back at you, saying nothing. Conversation is being had with no words. She finds this humorous.
May you have a great day.
Likewise. And do take care of your husband. Have you ever thought of children?
Not until we get to a place where we're not necessarily fighting for our lives just about every day.
Covet. Remember, fighting for our lives is simply life. Don't delay too long.
She gives a coy smile, a knowing smile, and says, until we meet again.
Remember, for Twilight's call to reclaim the Shintara Grove, he will need an heir.
With that, she turns back to Leslie and she smiles and she nods, knowing that she is right. And she knows that it has to happen, but she has a lot of thoughts going in her head about that at that time, and decides to keep her mouth shut. She just smiles.
Leslie smiles back. Have a nice day. And you're able to walk out.
You too. And I leave.
Where Twilight's call is intentionally, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Twilight. Oh, you're not there, are you? You're not there. Twilight's call is not here when you come out of the door, Covet. You look around and you're a little disappointed at the fact that he's not there staring at your boobs like he said he would be.
Disappointment washes over Covet.
Oh.
Oh,
And then she walks down to meet the rest of the group.
You know for a fact that he will correct this at some point.
No doubt.
No doubt. All right, so you come down to find them downstairs in the consortium.
Hey guys, what's up?
It
So
out.
I just gives Code a questioning look.
She looks at Lauren and then looks at Twilight and
Twilight's
says,
not
"Oh,
here.
Leslie totally knew."
Twilight is not here.
Where is Twilight?
No one saw Twilight leave.
He was not with you?
I thought he was with you.
I really thought he was with you.
I don't know where he is.
He didn't try to sneak off after Eowyn, did he?
Where did Eowyn go?
Eowyn
I
was
went
going to Mr. Burns, right?
Yeah, I think he said that he was going to Mr. Verms, or Eowyn was. Is that what Twilight said he was going to do?
now.
There's no response. Covet, your husband is missing. He was
Great.
unsupervised and has disappeared.
Fantastic.
What happened last time this happened? Do you remember?
We have a party.
Do we need to go and check the jail?
Oh, Yeah, that does seem like the right thing to check.
I'm here. I'm not in the jail.
Oh boy. Oh
You
man.
of all of the members of this group who have been in a jail, I do not believe he is among that number. He says, looking at Ayla and Kiki in turn.
Very true. Very true.
Fair enough.
All
We're
right.
just trying to share.
Couldn't hear you. We heard the first part, and then it's like you let go of the button.
Fortunate than us.
Oh, he's been more fortunate
not
than you, yes. All right. Well, we're going to pan the camera outside to where Eowyn is going over to Mr. Verm's bookstore. Eowyn, as you come up, you look behind you. Can I get a perception check, please? You look behind you. You seem to be alone. Where are you actually going, Eowyn?
What do you mean?
Where are you actually going? Are you going to go to the library?
Yeah, of course, go to the library.
Okay. So you go to the library. As you come over, the blooms out front, the tulips, are in full bloom. The place is open, and the windows are lifted so that fresh air can get inside. You see Mr. Verm inside, currently reading a book. He looks up from it and waves at you to come in.
I will walk inside.
You go inside?
Yeah.
Cool. As you come inside, he smiles at you. Welcome back, Eowyn. How can I be of assistance today?
Think, sorry, allergies.
Oh, you mean both.
And give me,
How can I help you?
I don't need any help. I just wear nausea, so I thought I'd check in.
Of course.
I'm really glad to see your garden's doing well.
Yes. The garden is doing quite well. Ever since we've managed to get the transplants in place, they're doing quite well. But about you checking in, I had a request. You seem to travel quite a bit lately. Are you open to taking on a little bit of responsibility?
Of course. What would it be?
I am looking to have some letters delivered overseas, and I was wondering if you would be traveling by ship again anytime soon.
Yeah, we're actually planning to leave on it.
Excellent. Which way are you going?
Which way is Alia's home?
All the way to the south. So you guys have talked about going west.
Okay. We're going west. We're hoping to visit my friend's home.
Excellent. Where is her home?
I don't think I asked. Really? didn't think to ask.
Well, if you are going west and headed through the land of Shu, I have several letters that need to be delivered. One to Keisu, one to Chunju. Do you think you'll be going that far at least?
Okay, where is this again?
We'll pull up the map for you guys because it's fun to do. So,
And are the names in chat the people I'll be delivering to?
nope. Keisu is the city here,
Oh, okay.
and Chunju is here.
Sorry, I'm trying to write this down.
All good? There are libraries in these two cities that I'd like letters delivered to. They're a series of collections that I would like to encourage the librarians of those various establishments to collect. After all, it's a private project that I've been working on for some time.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I can do that.
I appreciate that so much. Here. And he will hand you 2 sealed envelopes. The envelopes themselves are pretty stout. The paper is waxed paper. And there is a wax seal that is blue. And on it there is a very ornate flower design of a bluebonnet flower with 2 daggers at the base. Simply deliver either one of these 2 letters to the libraries in those cities. I'll be most appreciative. Here, in fact, and he will hand you 500 gold pieces.
Oh, are you sure? I wouldn't mind doing it for free since I more so consider it a favor.
Well, in that case, I accept your favor. Is there anything I can do in return?
I don't think you need to do anything right now. Actually, do you have any recommendations for any books to read since the boat ride will be quite long?
He smiles. For a book, very long book, I do have a recommendation. And he will stand up and head towards the back. As he walks, he gestures for you to follow. Do you do so?
Yeah, I'll follow.
This here is a tome that I've recently come into possession of. It's a long one and may take a little while for you to fully appreciate. It is mysterious and may hold secrets that others would be afraid to understand. But I'd encourage you to read. And he will hand you what looks like a diary. It's a nice, thick book, about 2 inches thick, black covered, and on the front of the cover there are the BOS letters.
Oh, what is this book about?
This is a book about, well, a series of experiences that were held by a young man and his family. It sounds very enigmatic and, well, frankly, oftentimes doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I see. I think I'll give it a chance.
Of course. And I will put the first excerpt of the book into both Roll20 and Discord for you guys to read. Because I know you guys like this sort of thing. So, have fun with that. The first paragraph is a preface before the actual body of the book. Cool?
Oh, that looks interesting, actually.
If there's anything else, I trust that this may be a enjoyable read to discover more about the world. And should you deliver the letters, I'm sure that the recipients would be happy to reward you for the delivery. Simply let them know that Mr. Verm said hello, and they will assist you in any way possible.
Okay, thank you. My friend should be done with what she was doing by now, so it's best I head back.
Excellent. Did you know that you were followed here?
Huh?
There is a man outside watching us.
What?
He is leaving. He points out the window, and you don't see anyone there at the moment. Clever
Is
fellow,
there a
though.
strong-
I nearly didn't see him.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I already know who that was, so it's not a danger or threat.
Oh, that's reassuring to hear. I wouldn't want to have to go pruning any flowers today. With your passive insight, pruning flowers means killing someone.
No, there's no need for that.
I'm glad. Please, Eowyn, have a wonderful day and do enjoy the book.
Thank you. I hope your day is wonderful as well.
It is, especially having had you visit. And you're free to go. Ready to leave?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. As you walk out, you suspect that, yeah, you've probably been followed here by somebody. All right. So where are you going?
Well, I know.
Where are you going? I'm going to put a couple more paragraphs for you guys in Discord because they're log. Cool. So here's another one. And here's a third one. That should take you guys at least a short while. Have fun with that. Enjoy.
What were the initials on the front of the book?
BOS. Bravo, Oscar, Sierra. You can blame my dad for me using military alphabet all the time. Cool. right. So, where are you going,
Actually,
Erwin?
maybe I can to the blue folks real quick, see if they're what they're doing with the assassin from the consortium.
Sure. As you head over to find the blue cloaks, Ronaldus Basil is easy enough to find.
Yeah, he's easy to find because he has a punchable face.
He does have a very punchable face. Absolutely does. As you come up to him, he snaps his heels at attention. Sir Eowyn, it's nice to be in the presence of a competent individual again. Uh, that dragon was quite some bad news, don't you think? Glad we didn't have to slay it. Polishing a sword is so much work.
Yeah, it is. I heard there's a assassination attempt at the consortium. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, yes, some adventurer apparently got shot at. We are attempting to find the criminal, but witnesses have been uncooperative. Apparently, they don't like being questioned by the resident authorities. Something about personal rights and lack of representation.
Oh, wow. Two-Face was attempting to chase after him.
Oh, yes, the
Quite
Minotaur
nothing.
that is a vandal and should be arrested and incarcerated. Will you assist us in incarcerating the individual?
I don't think that's needed.
No?
He kept talking about it, and he said the assassinator was invincible, which I we came to the conclusion means invisible.
Interesting. Then I will have to acquire some assistance in determining if there are invisible people within the city. I know just the individual. One moment. And he's going to walk towards the back of the establishment, the back of the Citadel. Are you going to go with him?
Sure.
Okay. He takes you past a whole bunch of training rooms and dining areas, etc., until he takes you to the very back room. There's a sign out front of the room that says teleportation circle. And as he walks in, a figure comes out dressed in a blue hooded cloak with a mask. I need to refresh here. We're just going to change the screen for you guys real quick and then back. There we go. The figure.
I've seen this before. Out of character, I know I've seen this before.
Yeah? The figure looks up. Good day. Sir Shadrach, this is Sir Eowyn, one of our most esteemed soldiers. He has reported that there is an invisible force inside of Naush that needs to be sought out and investigated. Would you be willing to take some leave from the teleportation services and determine if there is a threat to the city? Of course. What am I looking for, Sir Eowyn?
I don't know what the individual looks like. That was the best information I could get from Rupex at the time.
Excellent. Well, perhaps I will trace down his footsteps and see if the great Kerfix has left something behind. Thank you, Sir Eowyn. I will depart. With your leave, Lord Basil. You are dismissed. Please find the evildoer and bring him to justice, as I know you will, Shadrach. And Shadrach is going to glide, not walk. His legs don't move. He just seems to be hovering about an inch off the floor. He will glide out into the town. Ah, well, there we go. That will be handled. No need to bother yourself about it. Shadrach is a capable individual. Did you know that he has been a redeemed demi-lich?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
Oh, quite the powerful individual. The individual known as Amor Shastina redeemed him and brought him to the side of righteousness and goodness. Such an ally is immeasurably valuable, just like yourself, of course. And any of the other blue cloaks, it would be a terrible waste to have lost one. How goes your training, by the way?
It goes well.
I saw that you returned aboard a flagship of the Protectorate. Did you make connections there?
Oh, actually, a lot happened. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me talking about it. So actually, my friend is Torn got married recently to someone to Protectorate.
Excellent. Congratulations. I trust that the barbaric Triton rituals were quite exotic. Do they...
Sorry, the what?
The barbaric Triton rituals of marriage. Is it true that they all perform naked dances and orgies upon the seabed?
No, that did not happen.
Oh. Is it true that they eat lobsters straight and raw, straight from the shell?
I'd hope not.
That they prick each other with sea anemones until they bleed, being circled by sharks?
Where are you hearing this?
Everyone knows these things.
Okay.
Is it true that they choose hundreds of mates instead of being monogamous?
Instead of what?
Being just one man and one wife. That they choose to have entire parties wed to each other.
No, the wedding was nice. It was on the Protectorate itself, and it went semi-well. There was nothing odd. It was just a nice warm wedding.
Oh, that sounds pleasant. Perhaps the rumors of their barbacity are to be taken with a grain of salt. But perhaps you were simply not exposed to it out of protection for your own niceties. They might have just letting on airs so that their rumors could be spread and squashed while they keep the truth from us both. How do you know that they did not participate in some pagan ritual late at night away from you?
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Well, you, of course, know better. But be cautious, because those wild people can be quite wild.
That's a bit stereotypical, don't you think?
Oh, stereotypes are there for a reason. By the way, are you interested in a relationship with anyone?
No, I don't see why it would be.
A relationship is a friendship developed to perfection. I could be your friend, for example.
Sorry, repeat that, you cut out.
I could be your friend, for example.
Wow.
Uh,
No, no, no,
um,
no, 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 no.
Comments over there going, no, 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 no.
No, that is Ayla.
Oh, that's Ayla?
Not Covet.
That's Ayla? Okay.
Yep, that's Ayla.
Awen,
what do you mean by that?
Oh, we could engage in a partnership. Of course, I'm married, so it would have to be, you understand, professional only.
Somebody
Yeah.
hear him?
I am not interested in you.
Of course I'm married. Why wouldn't I be married? Did you believe that I would choose the best of the best of the best women in the entire country to marry me? Oh, please.
Wait, then who are you married to?
Oh, my wife. Lady Basil.
What? Oh, okay.
Do you not like women?
Oh my god. Okay, well, I think I should get going.
Oh, well, very well. Should you desire, the Open Lotus apparently has quite the catalog.
Oh, you cut out again.
The Open Lotus has quite the catalog of women that you can potentially choose from.
Goodbye.
Very well. Farewell. Do have a nice voyage. Thank you for representing the Blue Cloaks as well as you do. And you look quite fine in that armor. And he will go around the
just like
corner where he will be
walk.
pulled behind the corner and disappear with a yelp. You're free to walk away. Where are you going, Eowyn?
Evidently to the Crimson Lotus.
The Open Lotus? I didn't say Crimson Lotus. I said Open Lotus.
There is no Open Lotus.
There is
Back to
a
the
very
Exorcium.
noticeable difference between those two, Twilight. We're not calling it the Crimson Lotus. Just saying. No, sir. No. She's not supposed to laugh today. We're not doing that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. Why do I call BS? All right. So, Eowyn, are you returning to the consortium?
Yes.
The frustration is great. I love it so much. All right, so you head back to the Logstarters Consortium where you can find your friends.
Awen, where you been?
Oh, I was just going to Mr. Worm's library.
Oh, okay.
How was that?
It went well. His garden is actually doing really well, too.
It's pleasant to hear.
I also went to the folks just to inform them about the assassin.
Did you find anything about the assassin?
Unfortunately, no, but I'm pretty sure they're handling it. Like,
That
wait,
is still
you were following me.
confident. Say again?
You were following me.
Following you where?
You followed me to the library.
When?
Do you realize Mr. Brim would have killed you if I didn't tell him not to? But I
Who?
tell him I knew. What? Are you playing? Okay.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Roll the deception check,
I-
Twilight. Eowyn, can I get an insight check, please, from you? To determine if Twilight's Call is lying. You're looking to beat a 12. With a
He is
23. Oh, he is absolutely lying. He was absolutely
He's
there
lying.
following you.
I told you not to follow me. I already told you nothing would happen.
You said it was fine.
I did say it was fine to follow me. I said it was fine to go by myself.
Did you add those extra words, or did you just say it's fine?
Where's Cavette?
She's right here next to me.
I'm here.
Please cast control frame. I'm about to.
If you remember, we talked about the potential of you going off by yourself. I told you I would go with you. You said it was fine, and that's
I
what
did
we
not-
did. It was
I
perfect.
want.
Covet?
Oh, pretty good.
Covet? Eowyn is asking you to control Twilight because there's a temptation to slap him.
She leans over and says, Twilight, can you look at me for a second?
What? Oh, there you are, beautiful. What's up?
And she gives him a nice long kiss.
Twilight, you have been distracted.
Gladly.
Can I get a D100 from Covet Von Sin? It's
Okay,
Von.
hold on just a second.
All good? Either D100, okay. Or a performance check, either way. Because we want to see how distracted Twilight's Call is from his current conversation.
Very distracted.
Very distracted. Very well.
A 7, unfortunately,
All right.
for a performance.
But we know for a fact that Twilight's Call is easily distracted by this. So we're going to give that as a success.
Absolutely.
Right. Even a performance of a 7 from Kevin Von Sin is so distracting to Twilight's Call that he will be unable to converse for a few moments.
Takes his breath away.
Covet, we have established this as canon. So with a 7, you can take his breath away and distract him from any other conversation. In the future, anything above a 7 will do even more to his state of mind.
Wow. Beautiful.
Sound fair?
Sounds very fair.
Awesome. So you have a unique ability to distract your husband through kissing.
I like this
So
distraction.
far.
So far? What do you mean so far?
There are other activities as well.
Well, that doesn't exclude other activities. However, kissing is the one activity you get right now. Awesome. So, Eowyn, Coven has distracted Twilight from the conversation.
Then Aeon would take the moment to just calm down.
Okay? You can still be pissed at him for following you. That's valid. But at least he stopped pestering you for the moment. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But at least he stopped pestering you. As you guys are sitting here, Brad will bring an entire platter of fried food to the table, along with a large salad.
So do we need to pick up anything in town before we get back on the boat? I think so. Maybe I'll place some orders before we left.
Not me.
Yeah, no, me neither. I think I'm good.
Yeah, and I think we got everything we really needed up at the Protectorate.
Out of character, nobody placed any animantite orders?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Alrighty, I got mine at the Protectorate.
For some reason, I thought somebody had some open orders at Charnellan's. I'll disregard that then.
I know that the Friday Night Lights group had some, but they picked theirs up last night.
Well, I do want to get a quiver from Charnellan before we head out. Otherwise, I think I'm good to go.
Cool. So, you headed out
Are we
to
planning to sail at dawn?
prepare to sail
Again?
at dawn. Awesome.
Yep.
How would you feel if you were followed?
Oh, you are more than welcome to come with me, Awen. I will not isolate you whatsoever.
Oh my! I am not going anywhere alone with you.
So look, come on. We can go see Charnellan.
Nope.
You wanna come?
Nope. Nope.
You're more than welcome to.
Nope.
My love, I do believe that Aowen has stated no. Why don't we go to Charnellan's without Aowen? Okay?
All right. So, Covet and Twilight are getting up to go to Charnellan's. Is anyone else going with them? I know Aowen said that he didn't want to go alone with Twilight, but Covet is going. Do you want to go? Since Covet's going? Shakik, are you going to go to Charnellan's with the group?
Do what? I'll go.
Okay. Ayla?
I guess I'll go if everyone else is going.
Okay. Is Lauren?
Yeah, I'll go.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna finish eating and I'm gonna head back to the ship and go out with Ramos.
You said hang out with Romos? Or what are we doing with Romos?
Well, what I said was chill out.
You said chill out with Romos. Uh-huh.
It's a whole Netflix and chill situation. So
Okay. Boating and chill.
No comment.
Right.
that's canon now. Voting and chill.
They're going to review their knots technique.
That's going on the quote wall.
That's going on the quote wall. It's Lauren. I'm going to assume this does not involve a level of exhaustion.
Of course not. There is so many notes to review from what Zutono gave us, and I'm kidding. I'm not entirely kidding. Like,
notes
so I would
to
absolutely talk about. As far Asard would absolutely like discuss the consortium partnership with Ramos, but
What exactly do you see as
Uh,
being beneficial to the protectorate?
intelligence. The consortium network is far-reaching, and they regularly deal with uh, threats of scopes greater than any nation.
Then perhaps we do need a relationship with them. I believe that you're doing quite well, my dear. Perhaps we should celebrate. After all, once we are underway, we will have fewer opportunities.
I concur.
Awesome. Now we'll fade to black. As
About
before the fade completely ends, the camera will hear the navigational tools and maps being slid off the table. Meanwhile, back in town, you're going to get Ramos off the screen because Ramos is busy. Back in town, the party goes over to Charnellan's place. As you guys walk up, Charnellan is out front and has just delivered some suits of armor to the Goliath woman that grabbed you guys earlier. He and his daughter are currently getting the woman dressed. And we will put Charnellan on the screen. There's Charnellan. And his daughter is there assisting in getting the woman completely geared up. And we will put Charnellan's daughter on the screen as well. So, as you walk up, now remember, you got this armor at Charnellan's, and the beating tank is over there. Have fun, and remember, you had enjoyment at Charnellan's. How can I help you today? Twilight's called. Nice to see you again. How's it going? Yeah, welcome back.
I appreciate it. I came to get satisfaction from Charnellan's.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so, satisfaction. We got a couple ways to do this, of course. One, I punch you. Way number two, you punch me. Or I sell you the best products in Nausea.
I'm looking for option number 3 in the form of a quiver. What do you got for me?
Absolutely nothing. However, my daughter here, she does the leatherworking things, and she's pretty talented. You might want to talk to her. Lotley, do you have any quivers? Yeah, Dad, I've got some quivers. Look, you got the best leatherworker in Nausea right here next to Charnellan's.
Absolutely.
And he's going to wander off and leave you to talk to her. Yeah. You needed a quiver?
Please.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive, but I do personalize them if you want.
Well, I've got this box of gems as well as some gold as well to cover any expenses, and I wanted to see what you had available.
Oh. Well, you understand that quivers are special. They're intended to be drawn from. And sometimes you have to thrust the arrows into them. But yeah, here. Wow, that's a lot of gemstones. I think you're looking for this fancier quiver. And she goes over, and as she is moving, etc., she's not interested in you. She's not flirting with you. However, even Covet's got to admit, she's easy on the eyes.
Not gonna lie.
I'm girl.
Lotley,
Yeah, she thinks her art is pretty.
yeah. As she stretches up, you can see all the muscles in her back and her shoulders. This girl has like 0 body fat.
She gets it from her father.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But she stretches, pulls a quiver down off of a shelf, and brings it over almost like a baby and hands it to you. This here, this is from a great hunter named Elona. She's an amazing huntress. I can part with this for, 1,100 gold pieces worth of gems. That's acceptable, isn't it?
So I will hand her the box that I got from Captain Zinsor, and let her pick through what she's interested in.
Okay. Well, I think I'll take these. Thank you.
Of course.
So she's going to take 1,100 gold worth of gemstones.
Does that deplete the box?
Yes. Now, I hope you enjoy it. I could monogram it for you if you'd like. I mean, some people like personalization.
Of course. The names, or at least for the monogram purposes, is Twilight's Call.
Oh, okay. And what's your wife's name?
I present to you my lovely and beautiful, talented and powerful wife, Covet Vonsen.
So do you want a T and a heart with a C?
Perfect.
She will spend a couple moments and will tool in at the bottom of the quiver a T, heart, C.
Oh,
There you go.
Beautiful work. Thank you. And of course, I receive satisfaction from Farnellens.
Well, no. I'm Lotley.
From his daughter, Lot.
Whatever. And she turns and starts packing up her leatherworking tools. She grabs a backpack, couple rolls of leather, and before you even leave, she's going to muscle her way past Covet and out into the street, carrying everything she owns.
you just quit?
She just quit.
Wow.
That was unexpected.
She's tired of living in her dad's shadow.
Big
It
shadow.
can get cold there in the shadow.
Well, she was nice at least. I hope she can find more work.
She does good work. And we'll spend the time admiring and identifying the cover.
Okay. That is a quiver of Elona. I will put that in chat here. There you go. And for the record, it looks like this. There's the description. It's pretty spiffy.
Yeah, that is cool.
You can put armory in there.
Absolutely. We'll put the arrows that I have plus the 4 remaining +1 arrows as well.
Okay. Awesome. As you guys are about to leave, off to the side of Charnella's shop, you hear some rambunctiousness, which is a fun word to say.
My favorites too.
As you look over, there's an entire gang of people fighting. However, no one seems to be getting injured. There are no screams of pain. Do you want to go over and investigate, or do you want to leave them to me?
Do they look like they're just sparring?
No one seems to be getting hit. You see that they're hitting at something. And as you look, Charnella has set up 4 training dummies. And they are using this as a rage room. He currently has a suit of splint armor up on one of the stands and a sign that says, "You break it, you keep the weapon." And so there's a whole bunch of guys attempting to break a suit of armor, and they can't. So, where would you like to go? What would you like to do? For the record, we're doing a lot of tie-ins to other campaigns that are going on.
What time of day is it?
It would be at this point 5 p.m.
I think we should prepare to leave tomorrow morning. What do you guys think?
Oh, actually, I was wondering if we could make a stop somewhere at some point.
Do it.
I need to head to the end of Shao and to deliver some letters from Mr. Verm.
Oh, where is that though? That's after we leave here, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why I asked.
Yeah, he's wanting to get set up as to stops along the road trip, the voyage.
Yeah, we could do that for sure.
Thank you.
With your passive insight, Eowyn, you would know that you would also likely need to bring this up to Islarin, because she's kind of the one who does the navigating. And maybe even Rolbos, to be like, hey, this is where I'd like to stop.
Why do I have to talk to Ramos?
Why do you need to talk to Rolbos? Because he's the one who drives the boat.
Oh, I know. Okay.
All right, so ready to head over to your ship?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Cool. So, are you guys going to depart today, or are you going to wait till morning?
I'm going out with the tide, I think, at dawn.
Going out with the tide at dawn. Okay. So, as you guys go aboard the Managath's Might out in the harbor, is there anything you guys want to do today before going to sleep tonight?
We'll continue to read the Minx in the Hen House.
Okay. Are you reading that to Covet, or are you reading it by yourself?
To Covet.
Okay.
Well,
So,
there goes what I needed to do. Yay.
Covet months in. We know what you're doing for the evening. You're being read to. Innocently and calmly. And you are given rations for dinner.
Lovely.
Twilight, anything else you'd like to do before we fade to black on the two of you?
I'm good.
Okay. So, as the camera pans out of the room, as we leave the two of them reading a book, playing footsie underneath the blankets, we turn to Kiki. Shakik al-Nazir. You've been really quiet today.
I didn't have a lot to do in town. Came back, see where the ladies are at, see what they're up to. I'm imagining they're making the ship ready to go in the morning.
The ship is ready to go in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go up to the Kiki's Nest and maybe do a quick lookout. Yeah, I think that and just check in with them to see if there's any rations we need to get or anything we need to do for tomorrow. Otherwise, I think Kiki is just gonna bed down for the night. He's still got 2 levels of exhaustion from the last romp, so I think he's gonna take the night and rest.
Awesome. Cool.
The last romp.
While you're in the Kiki's Nest, we are going to have someone visit you at night. Mr. Shakik, Bin Lauren will show up. She's the one who had the 4-poster bed with the carabiners.
Yes.
She comes up for a visit. And at the top of the Kiki's Nest, where no one else can see, under the stars tonight, you won't gain a level of exhaustion, but maybe a little bit of athleticism.
We'll spa for a while.
We'll spar for a while is what we're going to call it.
That is now canon.
Yeah, that needs to go on the quote wall. We're going to spar for a bit. Uh-huh. We now know what Kiki uses his little talents for.
Flashing techniques.
Someone's waking up with hickeys and claw marks. Understood. I'm sorry, Eowyn. You're dealing with a whole bunch of grown-ups.
Well, I assume telling it's Lauren about and Ramos about the pit stop. We'll have to wait till the morning then.
Okay. Yep. Ayla Taylor. What are you doing tonight?
Riding a bucking ship, I think.
Oh god, that hurts so bad.
Are you sure you used the letter B there?
No, that's,
I did. I
that's-
used the letter B on purpose.
Ayla, there are 2 single people aboard the ship.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
One of them is occupied.
I'm going to go to my. I'm going to read Roden Gramsey's book about the recipes of Australia.
Okay.
Who
Rodham
needs a love life
Gramsci.
anyways?
What was that, Eowyn?
Who needs love life anyways?
Who needs a love life anyways? Ooh, everybody.
Me.
Not everybody.
Everybody needs somebody.
Someone needs to practice their performance enhancement when they're singing.
Hey, couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more. Wow.
And we were supposed to not be. Right, huh?
Oh, we're not making her laugh. We're not making her laugh. We're just saying that Eric was singing.
I'm laughing.
I'm sorry.
The character is better than the player.
Oh, we know that. All of my NPCs are better at singing than I am. Just put that out there.
Well, technically, it could prove a distraction in this world.
True. All right.
It's the mysteries of life.
So, because of the situation, we've established that Slaren's not gaining a level of exhaustion. We're just athleticism. Twilight and Covet, are you two gaining a level of exhaustion tonight?
No, this is standard practice.
Standard practice, okay. Cool. In that case, the rest of you, everybody can go ahead and gain a long rest tonight as the crew people, the crew will keep watch for you
Fantastic
guys.
Four.
I'm sorry?
The Fantastic Four.
The Fantastic Four, yes.
We're gonna make a rotation.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's the Fantastic Four. You've got the hot one. You've got the hot chick, the one that likes to just invisibly be stealthy. You have the stretchy one that's very bendy. And then you've got the one that gets really hard.
I'm not going there.
I'm sorry. Not sorry.
It's fine. Keep going.
Okay.
Those are tears of joy.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, like, oh, I completely forgot.
What'd you say, Owen?
I was gonna put something in the quote wall and I completely forgot because the last one caught me off guard.
All right. So, you guys wake up the next morning. The ship is ready to depart. Is there anything you guys would like to do before leaving the Nausea Harbor?
Oh, I do want to find Soren and Ramos.
Okay. Ramos is up at the crack of dawn, if not before, outside preparing the ship to depart. He looks at you.
Slaren.
Oh, with a Slarin?
Yeah.
Okay. They are, Ramos, anyway, would be busy working on the ship as opposed to paying attention to Slarin. As you approach him, he looks at you, Eowyn. Sir Eowyn.
I was just wondering if we can make a quick pit stop on the way, if it's not too much trouble.
A pit stop.
Like, having somewhere real quick to do something and then leaving.
Oh, of course. Where would you like to pause or stop?
I need to go to the land of Shao to deliver some letters for the libraries in Kaisu and Chin. I can't figure out how to pronounce this one.
Chinju?
Yeah, no.
Well, Keisu is upon our path, so stopping there would probably be prudent regardless. We'll likely spend at least 2 days there, restocking, because we will be traveling for quite some time to get there. I don't see a problem with pausing there in order to allow you to conduct your business. Thank you for bringing it to my attention, though.
Sorry, what?
Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I appreciate the communication.
Yeah, of course. I'm glad it's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, Lord Twilight. Lord Erwin.
It's always
Lord
one of the-
Twilight? Do I look like Twilight?
Thankfully not.
Confused.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to all the names.
And he was up late with
It's
his last
Consider it an
okay.
honor.
It's not an honor in the slightest.
So, as he prepares the ship to leave, the Fantastic Four are crawling in the rigging. One of them crawls down from the rigging, while the rest crawl up and start getting the sails ready to go. And the anchor will be weighed, and you guys will depart as you are underway aboard the Managath's Might.
I mean, if it helps, Ramos, I'm like a total blonde and Twilight has darker hair, so.
Well, I appreciate that. As a question, Lord Awen, may I ask what are you going to be doing in Kesu?
Oh, it's nothing too serious. I'm just delivering some letters for the library and from Nausha, Mr. Worm.
Oh. Mr. Verb. Mr. Bluebonnet Verb?
If that's what you remember him as, I suppose.
The infamous assassin from the House of Flowers.
I didn't think he was. I mean, he seems fine. He's just running his librarian self in Nausha. He hasn't actually hurt anybody.
Well, perhaps it is a different Mr. Verb then.
I hope so.
Indeed. Well, to lighter matters, what do you think the weather will be like today?
Well, I hope it's clear weather. I don't want Ayla or Chi-Chi getting thrown off again.
Agreed. Do you believe that it would be prudent for them to learn to swim?
They don't already know that?
Well, based off of their previous performance, no. I do not know many Aarakocra that do know how to swim. The water affects their feathers in a negative way.
Oh. That's something you can teach them maybe sometime.
Perhaps so. Of course, Lady Slarin is far more talented at swimming than I am. Are you not, my love?
I would say that talent does not correlate with ability necessarily. Well, correlates, but not determine.
Regardless, I believe
I would
that
be
you are
happy
better
to-
at swimming and I am better at doing other things.
I would say so.
See, whenever I try
be
to
happy
swim, I simply
to-
sink. Or, as some would say, go down.
I have attempted to teach you how to float, the different strokes, but you can work on that.
I believe I can perfect
Actually,
anything
attempting to
in
teach.
time with training.
I do not doubt this.
Ah, Lord Awen, I'm sorry. But would you check on Ayla to ensure that she is not seasick today?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. How long? If we're staying in the land to shout long enough, maybe you guys can have teach her to swim or something. Just pass time.
Perhaps so. And
He was
he
a former companion of ours that I began to teach how to swim. I've not seen him in quite some time.
all right.
Is he on that land?
I'm sorry,
Well,
repeat that? Oh,
last I was aware, he was in Endland Point, the opposite direction. I was merely reminiscing.
Oh, okay. I'll go check on Nayla. I won't intrude on your time together for her.
he looks at you. No intrusion at all. Anytime you need anything, please come to me. I will answer any questions I can.
Okay.
All right. As you walk off to go find Ayla, Ayla, what are you doing this morning?
I have not the least idea. I stayed up late reading my book. Uh, um, feel, which I didn't think I would, but I do. I feel well. So. Probably we'll just go up and sit on the deck and sun some.
Are you sunning in your armor, or what kind of outfit do you wear when you are sunning?
When I'm sunning, I don't wear the armor. I just wear, um, just like a nice shirt doesn't have a lot of sleeve in it, and just sitting there comfortably, barefoot.
Okay. I need to have a little bit of homework given to Ayla then, if you're willing to accept it. I would like to get a couple of images that depict the kind of outfit that Ayla wears when she's not wearing her armor.
Got it. I can do that.
Cool. All right. So, as you guys sail westwards away from Nausea, the sun is at your backs. The entire sea lays open before you. Not a care in the world. What could possibly go wrong? As you guys are sailing, a crimson ship is off to the north of you. Bright red against the ocean. It is speeding eastwards. Full sails, and as it goes past, it does not approach you whatsoever. It's actually giving you a very wide berth to ensure it does not encounter you.
Do we recognize the flags on the ship?
All the flags have been pulled down, and they are not flying any flags.
It wouldn't be
What
a world
direction are they
leadership,
heading?
It
would it?
is a world leadership.
Have it.
Somewhere, going somewhere
Do
in
we
a
want to
hurry.
do anything with the world leadership?
No, I don't think we should.
We are aware that they are headed east to assist in the confrontation against the Gaos.
Is that our stance, or is that your stance as the ambassador?
Ooh.
I believe that is our stance.
Yes, that is our awareness.
For some reason, I have a feeling
Neglected to speak with the
accurate to the
tribunal
world
about
leadership
our knowledge
more.
of this.
You're going to withhold it?
No, I did, did not say that. It's simply there were many things to speak of, and that did not come up when speaking with the tribunal, and it would have been speaking out of turn to suggest what I had intended to suggest without cause.
This is to leave well enough alone.
I
Yes.
believe that is the best course of action for now.
I will defer to your wisdom.
Mind you, it is not one that I would pursue if we did not know for a fact that this is what their intention was. And I certainly would not mind if perhaps when they were done, there was a surprise waiting for them.
Hindsight is paved with the road of what ifs and should haves and could haves.
Indeed. Or they are allowed to collect whatever bounty they may find there that could empower them and make it more difficult to confront them later. The calculated risk.
Fortunately, upon which my shoulders do not bear.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does anyone know when Mr. Worm can go invisible?
I do not
You know
know.
that better than we do.
Ooh,
What the
good
librarian?
question.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you suspect? Why do you ask?
Just Ramos bringing up the assassin when I brought up his name, it threw me off.
An associate of yours?
No, there's no way Mr. Worm could be the assassin. I don't know why he would try to hurt anyone.
Did he make any comments that you would perceive as a potential of harming someone?
Not that I know of.
You sure?
I'm sure I'm just overthinking it.
Best. It is better to overthink than to underthink. Or you must consider all possibilities.
Before you find yourself coming up short.
Indeed. Better to be vigilant than to be unprepared.
Or on your
Mm.
toes instead of caught
Are
flat-footed.
you worried that he may be here? Why you were questioning whether he could become invisible?
No, I was only questioning it because the assassin in Nasha that Kerfix mentioned we could become invisible.
Do you suspect
Oh,
Mr. Verne of potentially being this invisible assassin?
It seems unlikely for him.
Not to be rude, but how well do you know this, Mr. Verm?
I mean, come on, an old guy in a that owns a library becoming an assassin? That doesn't make much sense to me.
Sounds like a perfect cover story to me. Those that hide do so best in plain sight. GM, does
Yes.
Twilight know of any ballads or legends or tall tales or other type of stories pertaining to a Vern-like individual?
Let's roll a history check. Let's find out how much he knows.
And I will actually use whispers associated with this one and add a +4, which is my proficiency to this.
Awesome. So, Twilight's Call. You do recall stories of Bluebonnet Verm, the infamous assassin of the House of Flowers. Tall, lean, with gray-blue hair, even bluer eyes, and a penchant for slaying his targets in person with daggers, displaying their bodies pinned to walls like flowers on cardboard. Bluebonnet's various achievements span from kings and queens to princes and mages. No one is safe from Bluebonnet Verm. Should you become a target, you might as well die. Because Bluebonnet Verm does not ever fail to kill his target. However, the stories of Bluebonnet Verm have faded in the past 40 years. He's apparently been inactive, and rumors that he has died have been spreading throughout Toivoa. That the assassin of assassins is no longer a threat, and that the various leaderships of countries have relaxed out of perhaps lack of vigilance or lack of threat from the once feared assassin. Now, there are new rumors of a new hero of Ivrix rising by the name of Bodhi Dharma, a drug-induced maniac who slays people with elemental forces. What the truth might be, who knows?
I will relay all of this to the party in true bardic fashion.
And Bodhi is spelled like this.
But what he said.
And verb is VYRM. There you go.
Now, Awen, does this
Retired.
potentially describe your supposed librarian? He wouldn't happen to have anything with flowers and daggers on it, would he?
Um, no, it's still pretty early, so I'm gonna go back down to the cabins.
Okay,
While it is suspicious.
very well. That's why everyone looks at him strangely. Because Twilight is suspicious.
Don't act suspicious. Don't act suspicious.
No, Twilight is suspicious of Awood's quick
Oh.
exfil across the deck downstairs, as almost as if he's trying to hide something.
Okay. Do you follow?
I don't. Not this time.
Okay. Eowyn, the camera will follow you down below decks to where you are at your cabin. You have your own door that can lock behind you. Do you do so?
I like some time alone, so yes.
All right. As you come into your cabin, what would you like to do?
I want to check the stamps and the letters.
Okay. As you look at the letters that you've kept secret, the stamp, the seal, the wax seal, has the shape of a bluebonnet flower with 2 daggers at the bottom of it in blue wax.
Dun dun dun.
The envelopes are waxed paper and they look identical to each other.
I'll put them back where they were.
Okay? Put them back in your backpack.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't open them. And they go back into the backpack. As you do so, there's a sense of misgiving that washes over you. Who is Mr. Verm? Why is he sending these letters to these 2 places? Is Twilight's call actually right that Bluebonnet and Verm, the famous assassin, is the friendly librarian who you deal with every time you go to Nausea? What are his plans in Nausea? And is he involved in the attack against the consortium? Those are questions that you'll have to find out the answers to later. Perhaps a nap is in order. Get things off your mind and organize your thoughts. Eowyn, would you take a nap?
I won't. I'll just stay in the cabin by myself for a while, I think.
Understood. Just collecting your thoughts. Understood. You hear some horrific noise coming from above you on the deck. Whatever it is going to be distracting you as it pierces through the wood of the ship and affects everyone aboard.
Good Lord, what is that?
Twilight's call is singing.
Oh,
You see, without performance enhancement or guidance, and yet he can make his voice project outwards so far that it can be heard easily 100 feet away.
Sounding like Scuttle. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh,
It
man.
was beautiful.
was
Oh,
perfect.
Scuttles
Love it.
was such a great character, just saying.
Sure.
Oh,
Now I'm going to cry. That hurt.
ugh. You're the one who did it. Stop that.
Great opportunity.
All right.
I loved him in the fork.
Yeah.
You stuck a fork in him and he's done. Thingamabobber.
Dingle hopper.
The Dinglehopper. Yep.
The thingamabobber is what you combed your hair with,
Yep.
kind of like a fork.
Indeed. Now, Covet von Sin, as Twilight torments Eowyn and recollects the lore of Bluebonnet Verm, what are you doing?
Well, I promised an explanation to Islarin and Kiki.
Okay.
So I guess I'm going to search them out. If
All
they're
right.
not otherwise engaged in other things.
Kiki, are you engaged in anything? Or
Now,
anyone?
Kiki is been watching out over the horizon and, you know, admiring the work of the Fab Four. And he's going to fly down to the deck, wander around, kind of see what folks are up to.
Cool. So you can collect Islarian and Shakik fairly easily.
Hey, guys, I promised you an update. So, a little bit of an explanation. Can we kind of find a place to ourselves?
Do what?
Certainly.
So I look around for a quiet spot on the deck where we're pretty much by ourselves.
Means you're across the ship from Twilight.
Yep. So she finds a comfy spot and sits demurely as possible.
Demurely.
Kiki will sit down and cross his legs in sort of a meditation pose.
Sloran will also sit down very mindfully.
Well, I told you I'd give you an update on everything. And I meant to do it sooner, but, well, things happened. Well, I gave the pin back, and I'm certain Islarin you told Kiki. And I did get something in return. It was kind of a shock. But I did get a dagger. That is, well, is very powerful. And I'm not thrilled about it, but I'm a little bit more comfortable with it than I was before. Because after I spoke with Leslie, I went to the Temple of MKL to lay everything out and seeking guidance. I wasn't wasn't going to use the dagger or anything like that until I got guidance from MKL himself. Well, long story short, officially I'm forgiven. I have a mask given to me by MKL himself. I'm also to use the dagger in MKL's name to take back Shantara Grove, dealing with the undead that are there. And Leslie is MKL's chosen.
He's what?
Yeah, that kind of came as a shock to me too.
Say that again?
Leslie is MKL's chosen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, very hush hush. But yeah, everything seems to be right now of the up and up. Am I still taking this as a test? You better believe it. Am I going in wary? Yes.
Yeah, I would be a little worried. You gave up the pin pretty easily, or was that hard to do?
Actually, it was easier than I thought. I was more afraid I'd end up as paste, but come to find out it was a test? It was a
And
test.
now you're thinking that you're being tested again with this dagger.
I think so. But it's a holy relic, so I have to be very careful with it. Obviously. I'm going
Do
to
you
be
think
very...
Leslie is wants to help you to get home?
I think she does, but I know that she has her own reasons for it.
Yeah, wondering what those are. That's the question.
I have a feeling I know, but it's a feeling, nothing that's solid. So I'm not going to say what I think it is yet. Not until I'm sure. But I think I definitely, going into this, am way more wary. And I will lean on you both to, as well as Twilight, all of you, to keep me on the straight and narrow.
Absolutely. Even if these tests and plans for you are of a greater scope than we imagined, loyalty to you and to each other remains true.
Of course. I don't know what MKL has planned for me, but it doesn't seem like it's something small. I only see one little bit of
Definitely.
the painting. I don't see the whole scope yet.
Yeah, she kind of keeps things close to the vest, I feel like.
That she does. But I think she means well. She just has kind of a chaotic way of going around it.
Say,
So, will you continue to help me stay on the straight and narrow? Will you help me pass this test, whatever it is?
this test, that depends on what the nature of the test ends up being. For Though I am more willing now to see where this goes, considering Leslie's status as chosen. It still does not mean that I expect her to have your best interest at heart.
That is understandable, and I respect that. Do I trust
So
her
I
implicitly?
will,
Absolutely not.
of course, it is always worthwhile to be vigilant. And therefore, I will protect you from whatever you need protection from.
And I you. Kiki?
Of course. You always have my support as you're trying to work your way through this. Uh, uh, I will help you to keep your mind calm. I think that's what I can mostly offer you. That and yeah, and just my support.
Oh, I should add, I'm no longer going to be eating people.
Oh, well, that's good. You know, it was a little unsettling, I gotta say.
Let me tell you, I mean, some of those things tasted kind of funky anyway. Ugh.
I would imagine.
Though, dragon tastes like chicken and goes very well with ketchup. So,
Yeah, but the breath, you kind of need to brush your teeth after.
it is a little spicy.
Yeah. You got dragon breath. That's never something that, that doesn't sound like a compliment.
No, no. So, yeah. Um, just, help me stay alive and, help me with this test.
Absolutely.
As you say those words, help me stay alive and help me with this test, the camera will pan right down through the deck into Eowyn's room, where Eowyn is holding on to the two letters that he was given by Mr. Verb.
I don't know if this will work or not. I doubt it will, but I want to. Is there a light in here?
There's a
Really
light.
bright light.
Yep, there's a candle in. Sorry, there's a lantern in here, a storm lantern that allows you to continue having light while the ship's moving.
Which one is brighter?
A lantern is.
I want to try holding the letter up to the lantern, like, see if maybe I can read through it.
Okay. The paper is very thick. As you hold it up to the light, you're able to see the outline of something inside of it, along with something at the bottom of the letter. It looks like some kind of powder. As far as reading it, it's impossible to read.
But there shouldn't be a powder. I thought these were just to. Okay.
There shouldn't be a powder. You're right.
Can I try it with that letter to see if it's the same?
Yep. You hold it up to the light. Very same thing. Same amount of powder, same, apparently, a letter inside the envelope.
It's a glitter bomb.
You have, right?
I don't think so.
It's anthrax.
Right. So as we leave you guys investigating and curious about these letters, sailing off to the west, the Man Against Might will pass the day dutifully sailing. And next week we'll come back for the next episode of Us Against the Gods.